I've been in this job for about 18 months. And before that, I was 22 years as a Director of Religious Studies at Kavanagh College in Dunedin. And I decided the first day that I was coming into this job that I'd catch the bus instead of driving my car. I wanted to be in line with Laudato Si, and I think there's some good things about being good to the environment that I could do. So I caught a public bus, and a whole lot of young people going to high schools were on there as well, from all sorts of schools in Dunedin. Well, the Kavanagh kids were the first ones to get off at the stop in town. So I was sitting on the bus, and the Kavanagh kids just bounced off the bus. Thank you, driver, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, they said as they all hopped off. And I was sitting there as the ex-DRS thinking, you know, this is fantastic. This is just what a Catholic school should be producing. And then we moved on to the next stop, which was a state school, and a bunch of girls got off the bus. Thank you, driver, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then next stop was a boys' school, again, a state school. Thank you, driver, thank you, and off they hopped as well. And I suddenly realised, it was like a moment of revelation, that actually just being good people isn't enough for a Catholic school. Absolutely, we want our kids to be fantastic. We want them to have great manners, and we want them to be people of justice. But in a Catholic school, that needs to be linked to the Catholic character of the college. Now, to be linked to the Catholic character of the college, then there needs to be something that's a point of difference. And for our young people, and we can't check this on a bus, but for our young people, they need to have an understanding that the way we behave in terms of justice and our attitude towards other people is grounded in the person of Jesus. And I think we could do more in terms of naming that, of actually saying, you know, because this school believes in Jesus, we are going to do some work for Caritas because we believe those people need to be treated with kindness in the same way that Jesus would treat people with kindness. And similarly, I think it links with you know, this concept of you whisper what you say and you shout who you are. Well, in a Catholic school, for that link to be made, then the teacher, the individuals involved, certainly people in positions of leadership, they need to be often articulating that the behaviours that they are exhibiting are based on their understanding of who Jesus is and who they are as people of faith. Now, this will change. It's not going to be set in concrete, and in fact, if it is set in concrete, we're in trouble. But if I'm teaching an RE lesson and the young people in the class think, yeah, he's saying those words, he's actually trying to teach us that we should be doing this and this and this. Oh, and actually he does those sorts of things, and they can think of examples of themselves where they're doing it, then we do get a point of difference from other schools. And it's not something that's all pious and holy. We're not talking about going down on their knees regularly and praying, though we hope they pray regularly, not necessarily on their knees, but that there's a link, an overt link between their understanding of how a human being should behave and what they've been taught in religious education and what they experience in the broad community that is their Catholic school.